you doing? My name's Dan Wild from Quartered Steels, and today we're going to do a little bit of work on how to clean your scissors, how to disassemble them, and then how to reassemble them in the proper way. So the tools you're going to require: you need a little screwdriver for reseating the washers, you'll need some scissor oil, and what I use for cleaning is isopropyl alcohol, because this breaks down all the oils and makes sure that the scissor is completely clean. So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the scissor. So when you open up the scissor, what you do is you make sure that you keep it open like this, because once this pivot screw starts getting loose, the blades will bang together, and you don't really want that. So let's undo the pivot screw to start with. These are all small parts, so make sure you keep them nice and safe, and make sure as well that you keep the blade side up, because once you put it down onto the surface, it's going to scratch across the surface. So we're going to take out this pivot screw carefully here, and we're just going to take off the small washer, and we're going to pop that down, and we're going to pop the pivot screw down. Now I'm going to take up the thumb blade here, and we're going to lift out the small washer that's inside there and place that down. So first things first, we need to start cleaning the blade. So we're going to take a piece of kitchen roll, and we're going to spray the blade down. And we're going to spray it inside the hole as well. Spray it straight into there, because this is where all the nasty oil will get into. And then we're going to create a little sort of corner of the blade, and we're going to go into this like this and wipe that out. And as you can see on there, that really does start to take all the dirt out. We'll give it another spray, we'll give it another go, make another clean corner. It's quite fiddly, and we're just going to clean that out. And then also any excess that we get around this area here, make sure that when you're wiping it, you're keeping your fingers away from the blade edge, because what's going to happen is you're going to cut your fingers, so we don't want that. And we'll give the blade a wipe there, and we'll place that back. Again, we'll do that blade side up. So we're going to clean out this side now. So spray it into the hole, spray it down the blade. We're going to create another clean corner. I'm going to pop that in there and give it a good clean out. You can see all the dirt and all the excess oil that comes out of there, all the old hair. We're going to do that again. Give it a real good clean out. And again, that gets all the dirt out of there. Making sure you're nice and safe on the blade, clean away from yourself, and then wipe down the excess off the blade. So what we need to do now is clean all the parts. These are really quite fiddly to clean. So sometimes the best thing to do is just to give them a spray while they're down in situ. Just let that soak away, just for a couple of seconds. This stuff's pretty quick at breaking it all down. And just take each individual part and give them a real good rub off. Get any excess hairs or any excess oil, take those off. I'm going to take this pivot screw. This is really important that you look at right into the corners of this, getting all the excess oil out of it. Give that a good wipe down. A small washer, which is a real fiddly thing. Be very careful with it. Give that a rub off. And then finally the pivot screw. Okay, that's nice and clean. So now we're going to look at reassembling first. So you want to be starting really with the thumb blade first, because then what we're going to do is we're going to reassemble this washer side. So if we pop the small washer back over it, and then we're going to get a little bit of scissor oil. So we're going to paint the edge of this washer with some scissor oil, because this will just help it to reseat and it'll mean that we definitely get oil straight into the areas that we need it. And then that is going to go back through the whole side rather than through the square side of the blade. Then what we're going to do, nice and carefully, is we're going to place this blade back on this way around. And you've got to keep it like this. If you move that across that blade there, you've got a loose blade banging on the side of a loose blade. So you really need to keep that and lock that into place there. Then we're going to take this little part here, which is the top washer, and we're going to reseat that carefully with the screwdriver and make sure it's right in situ. And then we're going to pop a little bit of oil into there as well. And then we're going to place back on the pivot screw. Now, when you're screwing this back on, you'll start to find it tightening up. So you'll feel it clicking into place. So this has just started clicking in now. So what we're trying to do now is find the correct tension. So we need to give that a little wiggle onto there, and we need to work out if the tension is correct. This is too loose. So we're going to add a little bit of oil into this half moon ride, and a little bit of oil into here, and we're going to try again. Still too loose. We'll adjust that, a couple of clicks, give that a wiggle, and we're looking just about right. So that's how you clean, disassemble and reassemble a pair of scissors. My name's Dan Wild, this is Quality Steels, thanks very much for watching.